This is the northern border region between Kenya and Uganda, a vast and remote area that is populated by pastoral communities. There are the Pokot on the Kenyan side and Pokot and Karamojong on the Ugandan side. These communities have received minimal investment from both governments, leaving them increasingly vulnerable to natural disasters like drought. They depend on natural resources for survival, and access to limited grazing and water sources causes conflict. In the dry season, the Pokot are forced to cross into neighbouring Uganda to look for greener pastures in order to survive.
My people are fighting against almost 9 tribes in the other side of Uganda, against one Pokot.
Yeah, the biggest issue, one is the scare about the raids, which may ensue as they come to interact with the communities on this other side of Nakapriprit. And then the other one is about the disease aspect, disease transmission.
To alleviate some of these challenges, the European Union funded a regional FAO project to strengthen cross-border communities in the Horn of Africa. The project has been running for 18 months, and the district authorities on the Kenyan side say communities have welcomed the changes.
They are very positive. They are very positive with the project, and they are responding very well. And they're really working with the field officers on the ground in my office to make the project succeed.
FAO, in partnership with ACTED and the local authorities, is initiating peace negotiations between these communities. A milestone is the signing of a resource-sharing agreement between the Pokot and the Karamojong, meaning that in times of drought, the Pokot can safely bring livestock to designated areas in Karamoja land in Uganda. Both sides say the area is now a lot safer. Another major benefit of improved security in the region is that the land can be used again for agriculture. FAO is supporting the improvement of agricultural skills through pastoral field schools. Here, a group of Karamojong is experimenting with different maize varieties.
We planted this one here longer 5. Then we want to try a longer 4 here. Yeah, for us to see what is the difference between from the soil. Which one is the better one for the soil of this area?
A big part of the pastoral field schools training is about reducing risk to disasters like drought and occasional torrential rains. Here, a group of people from the Pokot community are learning how to build dams to control water flow. Another threat is the spread of cattle diseases across the shared border. The communities are being trained to recognise symptoms of disease in their cattle, and community animal health workers are being trained to treat the sick livestock. The result of the FAO project can be seen throughout the region as farmers can now access areas that were previously insecure. The soil is fertile and the yield of the land already leads to renewed activity in formerly deserted trading posts. Through a previously funded European Union project, FAO also supported the revitalisation of markets so communities can sell their animals. For example, this livestock market on the Kenyan side has been rehabilitated, and Winston Laporakit, a father of 2 from Uganda, is now able to safely cross the border to get a good price for his cow. FAO promotes the market fees being shared among local councils and livestock associations, which further stimulates cross-border trade.
Once the livestock owners sell their cattle, they have to come and buy other things that households may require, maybe sugar, maybe cereals, maybe clothing and many other things. So this market is very much connected to the main cattle market.
Winston is now able to buy maize after he sold his cow. The money he made is enough to sustain his family for 4 months. Looking at the overall process, the impact of the project is starting to show.
There's a reduction in cattle raids, and the communities now are living peacefully, and they can be able to bring their animals to the contested grounds. That is a very, very good achievement.
And with still another 1.5 years to go on the project, FAO is determined to replicate the successes achieved in this region to other cross-border communities in the Horn of Africa.